was immediately surprised by the beauty and elegance of this design compared to all of the other 3D printers.
We're using 3D printing to create custom GoPro mounts. It's a gorgeous looking printer. These guys have really done their homework, and it's definitely going to be integrated into our whole film production pipeline.
A true desktop printer should be compact, good looking, super easy to use, and most importantly, reliable, right out of the box. And this is why Nia was created. Nia is round, sexy, and minimalistic, but not without cause. Nia's cylindrical shape adds to the overall strength and stability compared to conventional box-shaped printers. We know that desktop real estate is crucial. That's why Nia's footprint to build volume is unmatched. We like to say, you got room for a lamp, you got room for a Nia. Out of the box, Nia is ready to print with easy-to-use, feature-rich software and our very own Cool Spool filament cartridge. However, feel free to use any open-source software and third-party filament that is compatible. Nia will give you the print quality and speed of an expensive machine, but at a much more affordable price. But don't let the prices fool you. Nia is made smart, not cheap. Our printers are designed, manufactured, and assembled right here in North America, using only high-end electronic components and hardware. And in order to be future-ready, Nia is modular. Once upgrades are available, easily swap out the standard components for future innovations that are already in the works. Don't be left behind with an obsolete unit. It's the best of both worlds. Beautiful like a Mac, whoa, but upgradable like a PC. Moving on. Neat Stuff is our online community where users can download, share, and market their creations. Our goal is to make 3D printing more accessible and friendly, which is why Neat Stuff will also include Nia-specific video tutorials and educational tools. Crowdfunding is a great way to market a product, but campaigns that don't live up to their hype and promises are becoming all too common. We had to remove any internal doubt by making sure that our prototypes were not just smoke and mirrors, but actual 3D printers that worked well. Unveiling at CES this year proved just that. People walking by were skeptical, as they should be. But when they stopped, got their hands on Nia, learned the differences, and actually saw it printing, they got super excited. We heard from you, the user, what you liked and what you didn't. We learned what's important and what matters, which further reinforces why we think you'll love Nia just as much as we do. With your feedback at CES, we've made Nia even better, and we can't wait to share it with you. Nia printers will be available online and in stores shortly after fulfillment. But we want to give it to you guys, the community, first, and at a ridiculously low price that will never be available again. With your help, we want to make a buzz in the 3D community. Show it off to your friends and family. Quality 3D printing has never been this easy and affordable. Nia is available in 3 sizes and a bunch of different colors. Which one's right for you?
I've been involved in the field of personal fabrication for 5 years now, and I've seen what an amazing impact that these tools can have, but I've also realized that these tools are just a fraction of what's possible.
When we were at the Media Lab at MIT, we had access to an amazing set of tools, 3D printing being one of the most important.
For designers and engineers like us, there was simply no solution if you want a high-resolution 3D printer at low cost on your desk.
So we decided to build it ourselves.
I really cannot imagine where my research would be without 3D printers. I would really like to have a 3D printer at my desk. We don't currently have any of the existing low-cost machines because the part quality, resolution, and repeatability is nowhere where we need it to be.
In architecture and many design fields, the software tools have advanced pretty significantly, but there's been a gap between what you can actually design and what you can actually make. And I think the Formlabs printer provides an exciting opportunity to be able to design and then physically make quickly precise, complex geometry.
Formlabs changes the way people design things. They're going to be able to get really pro-quality 3D printed parts way cheaper, way faster than they've ever been able to do that before. Formlabs takes us a giant step closer to the engineer's dream, which is routine 3D printing, the way they'd print on paper.
To design a 3D printer that produces great parts every time, you've got to bring together a team of designers, engineers, and material scientists to make a tightly integrated product. If you can do that, you can fundamentally change 3D printing, and I think we've done exactly that.
Stereolithography is great. It's a tried and true process. It's been around for well over 25 years. It produces the best quality parts in the industry.
The way it works is pretty simple. A laser beam is drawn across the surface of a liquid plastic resin that hardens when exposed to a specific wavelength of light. After the layer is drawn, the build platform lifts and the process is repeated layer by layer until the part is finished.
We have a great user experience. We have powerful and easy to use software. We've built a reliable and beautifully designed printer, and we're developing materials which will enable our users to make amazing things. We've been working on the design of our product for over a year, and it's nearly complete. And so now it's time to start gearing up manufacturing so that we can get it into the hands of users everywhere. But to do that requires substantial resources.
The bottom line, designers are going to be able to make a lot more 3D printed parts. And I don't mean a few designers, I mean a few 100,000 designers, 1 million designers are going to have access to 3D printing in a way they didn't before Formlabs.
Imagine you have an incredible concept, and what we want to do is give you a great tool to make it real.
This is Robox, a desktop manufacturing platform. I'm Chris Ellsworthy, lead engineer for the project.
SAD UK is a product design and development company based in Portishead near Bristol in the UK. We're passionate about design and we're famous for a number of consumer products that have been released, most notably the Power 8 Workshop, which was released over 3 years ago, and we now have over 10,000 units in circulation worldwide.
Robox has every system in place to print with the materials available on the market at the moment.
We have a nozzle system which includes needle valves, so we're able to shut off the flow of plastic instantly. This means no more oozing, no more stringing as you move between parts, and no more bumps on the outside. This means perfect parts every time. We've also got a new extruder design that rather than relying on one feed wheel and a follower, we have 2 contra-rotating feed wheels that grab hold of the filament, ensure it never slips, always forces material to the head and reduces the chance of blockages. And not only that, the extruder includes a closed feedback system, so we have an indexing wheel that monitors the filament moving into the extruder versus that that's coming out. So if there is any stall or blockage, the software knows straight away. As soon as it knows, it can stop the print. You can then intervene and fix any problem that may have occurred, and then the printer will resume from where it left off. Something I don't believe has yet been seen.
Never before has a 3D printer been offered with this high specification at such a low price.
In our head we have a twin nozzle system. This has a 0.3mm and a 0.8mm nozzle. This means that you have a high resolution but low speed nozzle for completing the high quality surface finish and perimeter of the part, and then a much larger nozzle which is capable of filling the part, resulting in print times of up to 300% greater than our competitors. Because we have a very rigid frame, we can operate the printer at much higher speeds than normal. And not only that, we have a Bowden tube extruder so that the extruder is kept separate to the weight of the head. This allows us much higher printing and travel speeds.
Robox isn't just a stylish 3D printer. By simply removing the head, we can add much more functionality to our platform.
So we're starting out with 3D printing, but we hope to move into 3D scanning, stylus cutting, die cutting, pick and place maybe for surface mount PCB assembly, and also into milling using simple materials such as balsa, foam, plastics and maybe PCB tracks.
The Robox platform really is endless. It's not just a 3D printer. The Robox project is well into its development. We have electrical engineers, software engineers, firmware engineers and mechanical engineers all working hard to produce this product. We've had a lot of our tooling completed and have our first generation of PCBs manufactured. We need you to help us drive this project through to its completion.
We're passionate about designing things, making things, and we wanted everyone else to have a go, so we decided to come up with the world's best 3D printer.
We want to ensure that Robox is easy to use and everybody can get involved with 3D printing. With your help, we can make Robox into the best printer in the world.
When we were trying to think of a name, we wanted something short and snappy. So what is it? It's a robot in a box.
We called it Robox.
Hi Kickstarter, my name is Michiel. I'd like to present to you the Mamba 3D. Two years ago I saw my first 3D printer and I was immediately intrigued by all the possibilities 3D printing could give you. So I started to build my own printer, and after seeing the prints that came off of the printer, the excitement was even greater than before. It was the first time I could physically produce products at home. For the last 10 years I worked in the industrial automation as an engineer. I designed electronics, software and mechanical designs. Recollecting what was needed to build my first printer and to start using it, I noticed you need some technical skills to complete it and to use it. So with that in mind, I wanted to design a printer that was easy to build and easy to use. So we broke down the printer to its basics, just to focus on high precision, high speed and high quality. The printer is made out of an aluminum frame. It's an open source hardware frame. And together with the laser cut metal plates, it makes a rigid printer. We designed a custom extruder drive for the printer, so it is easy to change your filament. You just push back the lever, take your old filament out, put new one in and start printing again in seconds. So now that our third prototype is ready and finally meets our high expectations, we need your help to not only take it into production, but also share your experience with it. Be part of our community to exchange that experience and give us good ideas to even develop the printer further. So when you support us, you get a complete building kit to start building your own 3D printer. The kit contains all the electronics, metal parts and screws. We provide you with a step-by-step manual, so you can build your printer in just a couple of hours. And together with it, you get a filament sample package, so you can start printing right away. Step into the world of 3D printing. Start printing your own objects and get inspired by all the great possibilities. Make your pledge today and support us in reaching our goal.
This is the MM1, the world's first modular 3D printing system. Here at MakerMix, we are makers, just like you. And makers never settle for simple. We never settle for completed. We are always modifying and improving what we have. That's why makers are so great. And we see how the world of 3D printing is changing so quickly. And let's face it, nobody wants to spend their hard-earned money on something that will be outdated in 6 months. So we thought to ourselves, why settle for a 3D printer that can only do one thing? Why can my printer easily switch from printing biodegradable PLA right over into printing high-temperature polycarbonate? Why can I print high-quality prints with a dual extruder setup? And then doodle 3D icing on my kid's cookie a couple minutes later? Or in 6 months, why can my printer do what all the new printers can do? Why do I have to buy a new one? We think that's crazy. That's why today we introduce you to the MakerMix MM1 modular 3D printing system, a fully modular 3D printing system that allows the user limitless 3D printing potential. Our system currently has several modules developed for easy-to-use fun for the whole family. Simply swap out the single extruder for our paste extrusion system, or for advanced printing, swap the dual extrusion heads, or even our high-temperature head for the more advanced makers. With just a few clicks and a couple minutes, the user can easily modify the printer to the medium they desire, making the MM1 modular 3D printing system great for home, office, or the classroom. Here at MakerMix, we love being makers. It's pretty much awesome. Makers come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. We all have different interests and creative ideas. So why shouldn't your printer be the same? Why shouldn't your printer be able to keep up the awesome the same pace as you? We love to see what everyone can create with given a little opportunity, and we will continue to develop modules to improve our system. That's our promise to you. We will continue to adapt and modify what we already have and not replace it. Our platform will allow the user to develop and refine our product as well. But don't worry, we won't steal your ideas and pawn them as our own. MakerMix wants you to be successful too. Supporting our campaign and helping us achieve our goal will allow MakerMix to bring consumer-level 3D printing to the next level. The question is simple. What are you making today? And with the MM1, we cannot wait to see.
needs to 3D print the jewel she has just created. Henry wants to make the PCB he has designed. Roberta would like to engrave an image on plywood for an original present. What do these people have in common? Great ideas! Wouldn't it be nice to have a single device to do all of this? How can we help them make these ideas real? We have already developed the most affordable, high-quality, resin-based 3D printer last year. But we want to do more. This is LumiPocket LT, all-in-one, resin-based 3D printer, laser engraver,
composure on the inside, ulcer on the outside,
UV PCB etcher. We are Lumi Industry. We have developed different models, produced and shipped them to our backers. We know how to turn an idea into a product. We are now presenting LumiPocket LT, and we have tons of new innovative ideas to make your 3D printing experience unique. Here are some samples of things we are working on, and believe me, you will want to see them produced. Only your support will make them real.